I'll agree. The other thing that seems to have come out, at least to me, when I look at all the reporting from both sides, and, there was some interesting reporting this week from the Weekly Standard that said, look, the talking points that the administration put out were a bit different than the original sort of draft, that there were something like 11 different edits, and the original talking points were a little bit more clear that al-Qaeda might have been involved in the final talking points. So I give some credit to, the reporters who were on this. The thing, however, that all of this shows, even the talking points, is that this wasn't so much the Obama administration per se or the White House, but the Central Intelligence Agency and the State Department were at each other's throats, that both agencies were trying to blame the other for the missteps, both in terms of lack of security, in terms of the response, in terms of how the administration portrayed what happened. And these sort of, this sort of infighting between the CIA and the State Department has happened before. And the other thing, Daniel, and you allude to this, if Fox News is really so concerned about, administration talking points or writing out talking points to undermine somebody else's argument, I remember being pretty much alone during the CIA leak case when it came out that, Fox News wouldn't even report that it was Dick Cheney, and the evidence came out in Scooter Libby's trial. Dick Cheney personally wrote talking points to tar Joe Wilson, the administration critic. Dick Cheney personally lied in those talking points about Joe Wilson. And that was a pretty crucial issue related to how we went to war, a war, of course, that cost more than 4,000 U.S. soldiers. So, look, it's great that we're all trying to dig out and find out exactly what the administration knew, what did the CIA know, what did the State Department know about what was happening in Benghazi. It's just pretty ironic that there are conservative news organizations that are suddenly now concerned about ultimate transparency and fishing for a possible conspiracy when there was real evidence of a conspiracy in the last administration, while those conservative media outlets were dead silent. Amazing. Coming up, we're going to talk to Charlie Mitchell about the Republican efforts on Capitol Hill to block President Obama's nomination for the Environmental and Protection Agency. You will not believe the excuse, maybe you will believe the excuse Republicans are offering for why they are opposing her. We'll talk about the evidence that flatly contradicts the GOP with Charlie Mitchell when Take Action News on WEAC Radio continues after this.